Back in 2012, Audeze made one of the best planars that has ever been made to this day. And now it's kind of back. Let's talk about it. Around 2012 and through the early LCDs, there was a couple of options. You could get an LCD2, but then you could get a different pad with it if you didn't want leather. They called it the vegan pad. It really didn't matter that the pad was leather-free. What mattered was how the pad measured and how it sounded. See, this pad was a lot softer than the normal leather pads. It would compress more onto your head, but it was also more open and breathable. This brought the driver closer to your ear, but also restricted the pressure a bit less, and as a result, you ended up getting really good treble out of a headphone that was normally considered to be darker and warmer. But by the time the community realized how great these pads were, Audeze had discontinued them. You couldn't get them anymore, and if you wanted to buy a set in the aftermarket, people paid hundreds of dollars for them, sometimes even over $100 for a used set of pads. I kept a set of these for years and years and used them on my beloved LCD 2.2, which is a really great measuring and sounding headphone. But eventually those pads started to wear out. So I reached out to Dekoni and asked them if there's a way we could make them again. And this is the remake of the classic Audeze vegan pads. As you can see, they compress just like the originals are. They're super soft, they're very breathable, very malleable, and they take that classic sound and bring it to modern Audezes like this one, the LCD2 Classic. But they also will measure the same if you put them on older LCDs, like the LCD 2.2, the 2.1, any of the pre-phaser LCDs, or you could even try them on the phaser LCDs. They work on things like LCDX. But for the sake of example, here they are on the LCD2 Classic. Now, this is a collaborative project between me and Dekoni. This is something I've been bugging him about for a while, and I'm really excited we're able to make it a reality. I have some measurements of these I'm going to show you real quick, so let's get into that. This is a raw measurement. The target here is diffuse fill with a 10 decibel downward slope, the similar bass treble balance to things like the Harman target. The blue measurement here is the LCD2 Classic with its stock pads, which is still a decent headphone, but as you can see, it can be improved. The red line here uses the new Dekoni Audeze vegan pads, and it basically does a correction to most of the treble above 1 kHz. The ear gain is shifted back into the proper region. We no longer have that big bump at 2 kHz. We have less of a recess at 4.5K, and then throughout the treble above that, it's just a bit more linear than the stock pads. In some areas, this is a 4 decibel difference, which is significant. And the result is a headphone that is much more competitive in 2024, a planar that has better timbre, smoother treble overall, things like guitars and vocals sound less shouty and more linear, and with these pads being so soft and compressible, the headphone is just straight up more comfortable. If you're one of those people who has the OG Audeze vegan pads that are getting really worn out and need a replacement, here's where you got them. And if you're a person who missed out on it when the OG vegan pads were a thing, well, now you have the chance. The super soft Audeze vegan pads are back. So a big thank you to Dekoni for collaborating with me on this project. You can check these out, the link in the video description. They are live right now. But I gotta go because I have more videos to make for you guys. So just a quick update, and I will catch you guys again soon. Till the next one. Peace.